Hello everyone, this is Glen, Guyton, keynote speaker, diversity and equity in the workplace trainer. I am coming to you from my home because I'm working from home right now. Maybe a lot of you are working from home because of this coronavirus. So I thought I would just check in with you, my people, to see how you are doing. I hope and pray that you are doing okay. I hope you have friends and family to support you during this time, and I hope you're keeping yourself busy. That's why I have my guitar here. I'm trying to keep myself busy. Pick up a new hobby or something. That's something that you can do while you are working at home, because you're much more productive at home, right? I'm not saying don't do your work, but you're much more productive at home, and you may need a hobby. So pick up a guitar, watch some YouTube videos. I think I'm going to make some homemade pasta later on. But I do want to share a little bit about diversity and inclusion as we think about the coronavirus. So what could I possibly share in regards to that? Well, actually, the CDC has some information. I'm going to share a website with you, and also I'm going to put that information in the link to this video so you all can find this yourself. But you can see the link up here at the top. You don't need to see my chords for shallow, but reducing stigma. This is a time of crisis, and sometimes during crisis people are looking for scapegoats or people to blame, but this is a time when we all need to come together as a very diverse country, nation. We have people from all over the world, from all different backgrounds, and we're all in this thing together as we think about this coronavirus. This virus can impact all of us. No one intentionally created this virus in the U.S. And so let's all try to stick together during this time. Here are some resources again from the CDC that talks about reducing stigma. Some people of Asian descent or people that have traveled can be stigmatized because of this coronavirus. I would just encourage all of us to do our part in helping to keep the curve. They're talking a lot about this curve, keeping the growth curve of this disease pretty flat so that our healthcare workers can keep up with the level of illness, so that we'll have enough hospital beds. So let's all do our part. We don't have to stigmatize different people or try to point the blame. Hopefully no one is trying to intentionally infect people. People want to live their lives, and it's tough. These times are tough for all of us to change our routines, to practice better healthcare habits, sanitation type habits. It's tough for us to be away from friends and family. Some of us can't go to church, or we can't go to other social gatherings that are important to us. So we want to blame someone, but let's not do that. Let's reach out to people on the phone, or like I'm reaching out to you on video. Let's reach out to people to check on them, to make sure that they are okay. We want to make sure everyone is cared for during this time. If you have co-workers, employees, make sure you give them a call, send them an email, check on them, make sure everyone is okay mentally, health-wise. We have to get through this thing together. That's one of the things that I like to talk about when I talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, is that we all have certain unalienable rights, right? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that's what we want to do during this time of this global pandemic. We want to make sure everyone has life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that we can go back to living our regular lives at some point. At some point, we want things to return to normal. This virus will be over at some point in time. We don't know when, but it will be over at some point in time. So let's work on our relationships, work on some additional hobbies, learn something new during this time, and use this time as a time of reflection. Since we aren't going through the daily grind of our work and our jobs, let's do something productive. What needs to change? What are we learning because of this pandemic? How can we help one another when this pandemic is over. So just think about some of those things. Make sure we're checking on reputable resources. Go to the White House resource, the CDC resource. Talk to real doctors. Let's not spread false information during this time. But I hope you all are doing well. Take care of yourself. Make sure you practice that social distancing because we want you back healthy at work. We want you having your events and supporting the businesses that are out there. For my independent business owners, I feel for you during this time. Please, people, make sure you support these small businesses. Once we are through this virus, they're going to need our help. Let's pull through this thing together. Thank you. I'm Glen Guyton.